Hello parishioners, Colchester parishioners. This is the first video after the new year, so a very happy new year to you all. What a great joy it was for my first Christmas as a priest to be able to celebrate the Christmas mysteries with you all and to follow into the new year. Today is the feast of the baptism of the Lord. In fact, it's the feast that brings to a close Christmastide, and it's the feast that connects the crib with the cross, Christmas with Calvary, because it's about Christ's descent into the depths, into Jordan. So I wish you a very happy feast day of the baptism of the Lord. What's one reflection perhaps that we can take from this feast day? Well, I'm standing by the font in the church. And maybe you and people you know were baptized here in this font in St. James's. And two words that I think help to capture something of the depth of baptism and the wonderful gift that you and I receive is that this font is both a tomb and a womb. In today's gospel, we hear that Jesus Christ descended into the depths, into the River Jordan, which flows into the Dead Sea, which is the lowest place, sea level wise, that you can get to. And so his descending into the depths, into the darkness, into the chaos, into the death that the sea represents, anticipates his own descent into death. We say it in the creed, don't we? We believe that he descended even into hell. There is no depth that God would not go to for our sake and for our salvation. So likewise, when we are baptized, we, says St. Paul, die with him. We enter into the depths. And that means that we are able to be freed of our original sin. He has gone into the depths, and there he has destroyed the works of the devil. And therefore we share in his saving work. But it's not just a tomb, it's a womb, because Christ emerged out of the River Jordan, and then the heavens were split open, the Father's voice was heard, the Spirit descended upon him, new life was given to him. In the same way, as we emerge after having been immersed, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, we emerge with brand new life. St. Thomas Aquinas says it this way. He says that the whole world and all it contains is of less value in the eyes of God than a single soul filled with grace. The whole world and all it contains is of less value in the eyes of God than a single soul filled with grace. When you and I are baptized, new life, and so rightly we might think of the font as a womb. But the two are connected. To the extent that you and I die to ourselves, we can live to Jesus Christ. We can live to true life. And so when we reflect on our own baptism, which this feast causes us to do, we can ask ourselves, and with this new year ahead of us, to what extent have I died to self so as to be alive to Jesus Christ? All around us are so many opportunities to die to self, to surrender to the will of God. In lockdown, in the restrictions, we can actively choose to enter into the depths, knowing that in ways that we can't even see, that can bring about great life. I'm also by the Paschal candle, which is also that Easter symbol of death and life. That's the Christian life, that we both die and live. And to the extent that we die, we can truly live. I wish you every blessing and grace on this wonderful feast day. Think about when your baptism date is, and maybe celebrate that date. More so, think about the amazing gift that you have received in your baptism, and think about how you can protect that life, celebrate that life, and make that life known. All around us, we're watching people take great measures to protect our mortal life. You know, people are distancing and shielding to protect our mortal life. How much more should we protect, cultivate, and celebrate our immortal life that we have been given? here at the font in baptism by God's generous, merciful gift. Have a very blessed week ahead. God bless you all. Bye-bye.